So on YouTube we have people from Norway, Finland, the USA, Austria, Germany, Belgium and the Netherlands following along with us. We're happy to have you here. So we're 7 minutes out from starting. So just a reminder, the time limit for the competition tonight is 2 hours. So if you are reaching the 90-minute mark, don't worry, you don't need to stop, you can just keep on going. We want as many people as possible to finish the puzzle, and it's always annoying if you're in the flow and then you suddenly have to stop and start counting pieces. So we do want as many people as possible to finish. And of course we have a real mix of people here. We have some really experienced puzzlers. We have, of course, world champions. And we also have brand new people who are competing for the first time, first competition, people who started speed puzzling this year. So it's a real mix, and we want, it to be a really fun and interesting competition, and that everybody gets something out of it. So how we will record the times is that when you have finished your puzzle, you will have done, and that will be your timestamp. So you can already go ahead and write done in the chat window, and then basically as soon as you place your last piece, you can then click enter, and then we will have your timestamp. And this time we're happy, we're going to have more accurate times. So last time, well, as you see in the chat, it's only only shows the minutes. It does show the order, but it only shows the minutes. We have got something more sophisticated going on in the background, which will actually show us the seconds as well. So we're hoping that all works well, and that we can more accurately show the timing, especially if there are multiple people finishing within the same minute. So with a time limit of 2 hours, if this is your first time competing and you're just joining speed puzzling, then of course your goal should be to finish within the 2 hours. If you are registered for a national or international or for the world championships, then your goal should be 90 minutes. If you're planning to or hoping to be in the individual finals, or in the top 10 of your country, then you should aim for an hour. But of course that depends on the difficulty of the puzzle. So we now have people joining us from Czech Republic, Romania, Gibraltar, Slovenia, So I was hoping to have the chat up on the screen, but it doesn't seem to be working for me, so I'm just having the YouTube chat on my phone. Okay, so we have 53 people there. If you just joined us, if you are a participant using 2 devices, can you please write that in the chat so that I know who has 2 devices? I mean, with 53 online, well, there's me and my husband, so that's 51 other people. We had 48 puzzles sold, so I think everybody is there. Norges Puzzler Pil for Bund, I think that's Veronica, is that correct? Veronica Nez? Okay, so Aina from Finland also has 2 devices. So Anami, Aina, and Veronica. Okay, so I think everybody is here. If there's any last minute questions, feel free to write in the chat or to turn on your mic and ask me now. Okay, so now the moment you've all been waiting for, you can unwrap your puzzle. Okay, so this is also plastic wrapped. You may remove the plastic wrap as well. Okay, so when you have unwrapped the paper and the plastic, please just place it on the table in front of you, hands off. Then I can just make sure that everybody has the puzzle ready to go. Okay, looks like it. Oh, you can press start. Okay, then I do this one. Okay, let's count down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Puzzle. Okay, so for the people watching at home, I'm showing you the puzzle on the screen. This is the Flower Shop from Bluebird puzzle. This is a French brand, and it's actually from the same company that produces Pieces and Pieces. So Pieces and Piece. So the box size is exactly the same. So you can, if you're a puzzler, you can be forgiven for thinking that I was sending you another Pieces and Piece puzzle because the box sizes are actually the same. But the company that produces them, they have different brands for different markets, you could say. This is from the artist Steve Crisp, who is a painter and digital artist, and we have a very busy image here, but also lots of nice sections. So on the screen now we have Stefan, Susanna and Anami. Looks like they are going for the full flip. Okay, now we're watching Cornelia, Rosa, and Katrine. Also very similar. Cornelia is really fast at flipping. Looks like she's almost done. And Rosa's also almost there. So let's check in with Hannah, our winner from last week, and number 2, Kiara, and Alejandro. Okay, so Alejandro is already starting to build. Looks like Kiara is pulling out the light colored pieces, so from the windows in the middle. So the light colored pieces, there is a house in the background of the windows, and you have white window frames. Okay, so now we have Adriana from Poland, Emilia from Finland, and Kristen Tuve. So Kristen is looks like doing more of a sort. So I see a pile of light colored white pieces, and looks like she's working on the darker curtains as well. Emilia has some of the border done, putting some structure in place. And looks like Adriana is also doing a bit of a sort. So now we're checking in with Lena from Austria, Lynn from Norway, I believe, and Maggie from Austria. Yes, Lynn is from Norway. Okay, so Maggie's building, and Lynn is doing lots of piles, lots of sorting. And looks like Lena is working on the curtains. So we've dark blue curtains in the background. So a lot of support coming through on YouTube. A lot of speculation what the times might be. So someone is asking, is this one easier than the last one? I would say yes. I was 11 minutes faster with this puzzle than I was with Village L'Antoine. So yeah, our fastest time last time was 48 minutes, so we may see something sub 40 perhaps. let's check in with Veronica from Norway, Uta from Germany, and Teresa from Czech Republic. Teresa is making great progress with the curtains. We have, you can see a block of blue there with some flowers in between and portions of the top border. So it looks like Teresa is starting at the top of the picture. And Veronica has a very nice setup there. It looks so cozy. I think I want to sit there and do some puzzling with her too. Look like very comfy puzzling chairs. That would be a nice team place for puzzling. So here we have SJ from the UK with her cat, and Simona. Oh, we have two Simonas, one from Germany and one from Austria. So this puzzle is by Steve Crisp. He's a very well-known illustrator for puzzles, and multiple brands have puzzles from him. I think I have a Schmidt puzzle from him, but he's very popular with Gibson's puzzles, also with Wentworth's, Sun's Out, and there's been a few others. So Bluebird is using his picture for this one. He's from the UK and he loves images inspired by Great Britain. He's very patriotic and he loves the scenery from the UK. He combines his work. I read an interview with him today, and he says that he usually paints his pictures, so he is originally a painter, but then towards the end of his image he scans it, makes it digital, and then he does a lot of fine-tuning using digital art. So that's why some elements of the image look digitalized and very realistic, whereas other elements of the image look painted. So here we are watching Taija from Finland, and Sanna from Finland, and Nina from the Netherlands. So some questions from YouTube. Is that Alejandro from the Worlds? Yes, that is Alejandro. They're number one. So if you didn't see my post today, we are in very fine company today. Alejandro was number one in 2023 and 2022. Kristen Tuve was number two also in both years. And we have Teresa, who was number 3 2 years ago and number 6 last year, and Chiara, who was number 8 last year and number 4 the previous year. So in 2022 we have the top 4 participants represented. We're very very grateful that they made time to participate here. So speaking of them, let's check on them. Okay, so Kristen and Alejandro actually look very similar. They both have the blue curtains done at the top part and the top border. It looks like Alejandro has started on the border at the bottom where there's these wooden drawers, while Kristen is going to start on the windows, and Chiara is working from the inside out. So has done the white part in the middle and working her way outwards. For on the screen right now is Katrin from Switzerland, Katja from Denmark, and Jessie from Luxembourg. So those are the ones I think I need to be checking. Here we have Agnes from France, Alexandra from Poland, and Amka from Germany. Okay, so for those if you've just joined the live stream now, here is the image again. The brand is called Bluebird Puzzle, and the name of the image is Flower Shop. We'll just go a bit closer. So on the left side you have a bicycle, lots of flowers in the background, a cash register, ribbons, and a vase and trees with curtains. In this middle section you have the houses through the windows, a cat, lots of drawers, and then on the other side just lots and lots of flowers. So a very symmetrical and very balanced image. Okay, so time update, we are at 17 minutes. So we have support coming through for Agnes and Amelia, for Luxembourg, for Teresa. So if anyone on YouTube has done this puzzle before, let us know what you thought of it. So Anime is also making great progress, has also done most of the blue curtains and is now starting to fill out the windows. Yeah, so it looks like there's two popular places to start, either at the top with the blue curtains and the top border, or in the middle with the windows. Okay, so we have Arkadiusz from Poland, who's also made great progress with the blue curtains. We have Danuta from Poland, who also has a similar strategy. And Elizabeth from Germany is working on the border, or has almost completed the border and working on the middle of the picture. So just to tell you a bit about Bluebird brand, if you are not familiar with them already. So they have a hummingbird as their logo, and they chose this because the hummingbird is extremely agile and quick to innovate. So they wanted to align their brand with the characteristics of the hummingbird. They want to be extremely agile and quick to innovate, quick to develop, and to produce high quality puzzles and accessories while still being a small brand. So the hummingbird, of course, is a very small bird. So they want to compete with some of the bigger brands, but in their own small way. They started in 2018. And they have two styles of, well, so they have the old style, like the old artwork. They have a lot of Van Gogh, Klimt, Leonardo da Vinci, Monet, but they also have more modern artists like Steve Crisp, Amy Stewart, and Dominic Davidson. Okay, we have Fenna from Belgium, Hannah from Finland, and Ines from Germany on the screen. And yeah, Hannah is racing away, has done the curtains on both sides and is starting to fill out the middle. So Bluebird brand is manufactured in Europe and Turkey. So someone is asking, is Tobias competing? No, unfortunately not. We don't have anyone from Sweden in this competition, but Tobias will be competing on Sunday in the pairs competition, and he has signed up for some of the solo competitions in May and June. Somebody asks if all the competitions are full. So the only competitions that are still available are number 6, which is pairs on the 2nd of June. We also have a few spaces left for the competition next Thursday. That's actually number 8, so we actually added that later due to demand. So number 8 will actually happen before number 4. So if you're watching online and you would like to participate, you could still register for that one. However, please consider if it would arrive in time from Germany. Okay, and here we have Linda, Maya, and Maria on the screen. And they all have a similar strategy, all the curtains done and on the border. Okay, so Mariana from Portugal was taking a different approach. She started with the big section of flowers on the right-hand side, and has sorted some piles. So it looks like she's leaving the windows till later. But yeah, nice to see a big colourful patch there. And Teresa is storming ahead. She's done, well, at least 200 pieces. So there's a large block at the top which is done, and a big part in the middle. So basically the curtains and the windows. And here we're checking in with Susanna, Steffi and Stefan. Stefan's working on some flowers, so he's got the sunflowers done, that's nice, and then he's done a bunch of orange flowers. Also the big green plant in front of the big leafy broadleaf plant in front of the curtains. Okay, so let's check in with Alejandro. Okay, so Alejandro has started on the flower section in the middle. And yeah, Kristen looking quite similar. Kristen has put some drawers together, but also piecing together some of the flowers in the middle section, sunflowers, and yeah, wish I knew more names of flowers. The purple ones next to the window. Yeah, it's hard to say who's ahead, but I could say maybe we have like a top 6 at the moment. You could say Alejandro, Kristen, Chiara, Hannah, Teresa. Okay, that was 5. Have to see. Let's go back to some others and check how they are doing. So Teresa has a very interesting box holder there. I'll have to ask her where she got that. Maybe she made that. But it looks very functional and made of wood. So here we have Taya, Rosa and Uta. Here we have SJ, Simona Bentelage and Katrin. Okay, so SJ has a different strategy. She has blocks that she's done that are not connected. So a big section on the left. Looks like she's basically working on the left hand side panel and then working on the right hand side panel. Katrin and Simona have more of a structure working from the top down with the borders along the top. Okay, so we have 114 people following us on YouTube. Happy to have everyone there. If you've just joined us, let us know where you are watching from and who you are here to watch. Here we have Lisbeth, Maggie and Maria. So let's just take a moment to consider who we have here today. So we have 47 participants from 19 countries. The countries with the most representation are Germany, Finland, Austria, Poland and Norway. So today we have 9 participants from Germany, 7 from Finland, 6 from Austria, 4 from Poland and 4 from Norway. But we also have 2 new countries joining us, Mariana from Portugal and Alejandro from Spain. So of our 47 participants, 31 of them are registered for the World Championships this year. So yeah, more than half. And we also have 4 people who, so apart from Alejandro, Kristen, Teresa and Chiara, we also have 4 others who were in the final last year, the individual final. Veronica from Norway, Emilia from Finland, Mariana from Portugal and SJ Bodal from the UK. So Amelia is standing up at the kitchen bench, which seems to be her favorite place to puzzle. That's also my favorite place. I do actually enjoy standing up and only having to bend over a little bit. It would be great if at puzzle competitions there was the tables were at a standing height, so it wouldn't hurt your back. But most people are sitting comfortably at a desk or a table. Here we have Yuka, Ines, and Amelia on the screen. So from those watching at home, where's your favorite place to puzzle, or what's your favorite position for puzzling?
Christine is doing pretty well.
Okay, so now we're getting to the crunch time. So let's check in on Alejandro and Kristen. So they're both doing really well, just filling in the gaps on the bottom left and right corners. So Alejandro is bent over to the table in his classic position, head very close to the table. I wonder what back exercises or stretching he does to maintain that position. I get a sore back very quickly with that. Okay, let's also check in on Hannah. Okay, so Hannah has a good block on the left and the right, on the middle. Okay. So time update, everyone. It is 34 minutes. So just as a reference, so I am an average speed puzzler, nothing special, and this puzzle so I can't find my time at the moment, but it was just above an hour, which for me is one of my best times. I've never broken an hour. Okay, I'm just trying to check in on who's closest to Alejandro and Alejandro and Kristen. So there's Kiara. Then let's check in with Teresa. Okay, so I think our top three are Alejandro, Kristen, and Teresa. All have done the windows, the curtains, the border, the middle section of flowers, and are plugging away at filling in the gaps on the left and right hand sides. Eric, let me just check those and just see how far away they are.
Your enemy is not far behind.
Okay. Okay, so we're still a few minutes out, so I'm still gonna just check in with some others. Let's see, enemy. Enemy also has a good chunk done, but it's still missing the middle flower section. So yeah, so Amelia Lieberman is also streaming live. So for those at home, if you want to have a closer look at the puzzle and just on one person, you can check on Puzzle with Amelia, her YouTube channel, and see her angle of it all. So so we have people watching from Romania, Luxembourg, Barcelona, Holland, Denmark, Netherlands. Go Uta, go Uta, go Uta. Okay, so let's go closer to Kristen. Okay, and I'm just going to check in on Rosa as well.
I couldn't find the name.
Puzzle Podcast. Okay. Then so I'm going back to Teresa. All right, here we go. It's down to Alejandro, Kristen, and Teresa. Kristen is just moments away. Kristen is done. Kristen too. And Alejandro and Teresa are not far behind. Well done. Congratulations, Kristen. Okay, I'm just going to check who might be in 4th place. Who might be coming. Okay, it looks like the next people are a bit further behind. So time update 39 minutes. Okay, it looks like Alejandro's a handful away. You have to press it done. Alejandro. Okay, you don't have a message.
We've seen it. It's okay.
Okay, we have it at least on the screen. Alejandro, normally you would have to click done in the chat. Okay, you've written done now, but we can check that later on the video. So just 1 minute behind Kristen. Well done. And Teresa is not far behind. Okay. Good, so you can have a good break, Alejandro and Kristen, and we'll get back to you later. So just so
Teresa's almost done.
And Teresa. Teresa is done. Congratulations, 3rd place. Yeah. Also, they didn't see the done in the chat, but we did get that on the. We did get that finish on the video. Okay, so 1 or 2 minutes behind Alejandro. So we're at 41 minutes. Teresa looks very relieved. Excellent. Then have a good break, and we'll check in later. So we have Kiara and Hannah working on the bottom section. So a lot of congratulations coming through for Kristen and Alejandro and Teresa. Okay, somebody wants to see the full grid again. I'm not sure if you see much there. Okay, so So there are a few people at similar positions, but a bit hard to see who's further ahead. Okay. Kristen, if you are still there, could we have a little chat? There's the cat, Kristen's cat walking over her puzzle. Okay. Kristen, are you there? Okay. Yeah, so someone's asking about the done message. Yes, that's right. So you are supposed to have the message done as your timestamp. So maybe that was not. Yeah, so somehow Teresa and Alejandro missed that. So normally we would write done in the chat and then not press send yet, and then when you finish, then you can click directly on the enter. However, we did catch their finishes on the screen, and we would add just a few seconds to, as if they were going to click on the done. But hopefully everybody else has understood that and has their chat message ready. Okay, I didn't get a response from Kristen, but Alejandro, if you're there, we could have a little chat.
Hi.
Hi. So congratulations on coming second, but yeah, Kristen won this time. Slightly, yeah.
Oh yeah, Kristen's here.
Okay, Kristen. Oh, we can chat a little bit later. Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll just go to Kristen first. Sorry, Alejandro. I'll just go to Kristen. Now that. So, Kiara and Hannah making good progress, nearing towards the end. Okay, Kristen, if you're there and have time to chat, you can turn your microphone on and your camera.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, hi, Kristen.
Hi. I'm just gonna.
Hi, congratulations. So,
Thank you.
How was your first online competition?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. So how do you feel?
I'm happy, of course, that I won. And yeah, it was such a fun puzzle. And it was cool doing a different brand than Ravensburger.
Yeah, because
I really like.
You mentioned that you almost only puzzle with Ravensburger.
Yeah, I do. I quite rarely do other brands. So it was a new experience.
Yeah, great. Well, you took to it really well, so it didn't hold you back at all. Had a different brand or a different piece cut. So how are you preparing for the world? So obviously you're doing a lot of Ravensburger. Like how many, like what, how does it look like for you? Like how many puzzles do you do? Or what are you focusing on? What skills are you focusing on?
Yeah. I try to do like a couple of puzzles each day during the weekend. I like to like puzzle in the morning. I'm at my best then, so I probably should start like practicing later at the day as well. Like today we started at 7. It was quite unusual time for me to puzzle. But yeah, I try to do like as many as I can during the weekends. And different types of puzzles like landscapes and photographs and animals and yeah. And then I also do a lot of puzzles together with my sister and the rest of our team. So yeah, I get a lot of practice.
So do you have how's the scene in Norway for speed puzzling? Do you have the chance to meet with others and do competitions? Are there puzzle clubs where you live? What's that like?
No, we started up, or not me, but someone else started up like the Norwegian puzzle organization this year afterwards, or last year afterwards. So this June we will have the first like Norwegian nationals ever. And I think now it's like around 50 people that are registered in the individual category. So not that many, but maybe it will grow eventually.
Chiara is done. Well done, Chiara. So fourth place is Chiara. Yeah, no, we heard about the Norwegian championships last week. Veronica told us about that and said that there's still places, so that even some international visitors could come if they like. Yeah, well, then you'll also be training for that. And yeah, well, I'd just like to say thanks again for being here and participating, and enjoy the rest of your evening. You are the winner of this Euro Jigsaw Jam number 2.
And thank you for the opportunity to I appreciate.
Okay, so Chiara is done at 8 minutes after Teresa. So, and Hannah is pieces away. Let's check with Anime. Okay, Hannah's just a few pieces away. Yay! And Hannah is done. And Anime is maybe 20 pieces away. Well done, Hannah. Okay, so just a reminder, Kristen, Alejandro, Teresa, Chiara, and Hannah. Okay, Anime is very close, and Katrin is also nearing the end, is on the home stretch. Also Rosa from the Puzzle Podcast is nearing the end. Okay, so okay, Alejandro, if you're there.
Hi.
Hi. All right. So, how did you feel about that puzzle?
I'm so happy. That was a really fun puzzle to do with a lot of colors. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
And are you familiar with Bluebird puzzle?
Yeah, I've done some of them. Here, I believe in some Spanish contests, a little Spanish contests have appeared. And I was familiar with the brands, but I've never done this one. So that's something, that's something fun.
Yeah, yeah, because I think, and you're living in the land of speed puzzling. So, yeah, how many competitions have you already done this year?
Well, this year, to be honest, well, here in Spain it's crazy because we have competitions almost every weekend. So it's even it's possible to have 2 or 3 competitions the same weekend. So it's so crazy. But I've only participated on 4 or 5 contests, which is not bad.
Yeah, no, I think many people uh, would be rushing at the chance to participate at least once a month. That would be really great. I mean,
Yeah,
we're
I
only in
know,
April, but yeah,
I
that's
know.
and enemy is done. Well done, enemy. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's fantastic that you give us this possibility to do online contests from home and to make people from different countries to participate. That's really fun.
Yeah, so I actually it comes from my own need. I was when I started speed puzzling, I was looking around and looking for competitions and wondering where are the competitions, and they're all so far away. There was like 10 hours drive in Germany, or um, there were other ones I wanted to participate in the online competitions, but they were sold out. So yeah, then came up this idea. but you
Fantastic.
but you're also participating in May. Is it? Yeah, the number five, the other puzzle that you have.
I tell you now, yeah, I believe I have here. Yeah, the 5, the 16th of May. Yeah,
16th of May. Okay, so if you have puzzle number 5 in your possession, then you'll see Alejandro again.
yeah,
and
exactly.
and I'll
This
just
one.
I'll just make a note about that one. It should say it on the label, but this one is using larger pieces. So if you
Yeah.
have puzzles in your collection with larger pieces than the standard, Ravensburger, then practice those before this one, and also check your table spacing, that you have enough space on your table. All right, well, thank you, Alejandro, and
You're welcome.
congratulations, and we'll see you again in a few weeks.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, good night, good evening.
Bye.
Okay, on the screen now we have Catherine. Catherine's about 10 pieces away. Catherine from Switzerland. We also have Steffi and Danique on the screen. They're making their way towards the end. Okay, and we also have Amelia on the screen. She's also has most of the puzzle filled out. It seems to be the bottom left and the bottom right hand corners with the. And Catherine is done. We got you. Yep, we got you on the screen. Congratulations, and you can relax now. Well done. All right, so looks like the left and bottom right hand bunches of flowers is where everyone is heading to as the last. Is there anyone here who did that earlier on? I wonder. Okay. Okay, I want to check in on SJ. Okay, so SJ has also just got the bottom section to work on too. Okay, someone has asked to see Agnes. Okay, if there's someone that you would like me to check up on, let me know. I mean, we do have quite a lot of participants today, so it is hard to keep track of everyone, but I'm going to see. Okay, there's Agnes. So Agnes is also on her way towards the finish line. So time update, we're at 58 minutes.
Danik is almost finished.
Danik, okay. Alright, and Danik is also doing well, just filling in the last gaps on the sides. Oh, and I think Rosa is also nearing. Oh, I'm sorry, we missed Mariana. Mariana is done. Well done. And under an hour. Okay, so we're just 30 seconds out from an hour, and Maggie is done. Rosa is done. Okay, so we have our top 10. Rosa came in at 10th, Maggie 9, Mariana 8, Katrin 7, Anami 6, Hannah 5, Kiara 4, and then Teresa 3, Alejandro 2, and Kristen 1. So the top 10 all under an hour. Okay. Alright, so Danica and Agnes are just moments away. And Veronica's making good progress, working on the bottom section now. Okay, and there's Danica's done. Congratulations. So here we have Agnes, Alexandra, and Adriana.
Amke is getting closer as well.
Okay, and Agnes is done. Congratulations. Okay, Teresa, are you there? Hello.
Yes.
Well, congratulations on third place.
Thank you very much.
And so how was that puzzle for you?
Well, I don't like much the picture because we call it a mess on the table. So much things on the picture.
Okay. And have you done Bluebird puzzle before?
Sorry, one more.
Have you done this brand before, Bluebird?
No, the Bluebird, yes, but not this puzzle.
Okay. And can you show us your box holder? It looks quite unique.
Of course.
And where did you get that from?
I get it from my friend. She made it for me and for other friends.
Okay, yeah, no, that looks very sturdy and very nice. But I guess you don't pack that into
Yes,
your
it's original.
bag for the World Cup. It's probably too big for traveling.
Yeah.
So you did something special last year at the Worlds. You participated in a Guinness Book World Records event.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, there were 8 of us from Spain, Australia, I don't know, France maybe. And we did a puzzle of 2,000 pieces, but don't remember the time. And it was for the first time. And I think that this year we will try to make a new record.
Okay, so have they already been in touch to say that they will do a similar size puzzle?
Yeah, I think so.
Also with a team.
I hope that we will have the same team, so it could be more relevant.
And then you would have to try and beat your time from last year.
Yes.
All right. And so how are you preparing for the World Cup, the World Championships? Do you have competitions that you're going to visit?
No, in our country there are no competitions yet, so we just try to contest on this online competitions, or we compares our time in the speedpuzzling.cz application, so you know it, and we can compare together.
Mm-hmm. Just a moment.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, just a moment. So we have some more finishes. Steffi, Amka, Emilia, and Stefan are done. So the time is 1 hour and 5 minutes. So that's also a very excellent time. Yeah, and so Teresa, so unfortunately you don't have competitions to participate in, but I noticed that like you do a lot of swapping of puzzles. Like, are you living close to some of the other ladies like Maketa or Simona? Are you able to swap puzzles or train together?
Yes, we are swapping all the time. I have here maybe 10 boxes from Marketa from yesterday. So when I made it, I will send it to someone else, and still we made it together.
Yeah, and are we seeing you soon again in an online competition? You have another puzzle there to do with pairs, I believe.
Yes, in pairs in June 2nd with Marketa.
With Marketa. So if you want to see more of Teresa, and she's going to be joining up with Marketa, I think that's a very formidable pair. It will be very exciting to watch. Then they will be in competing in Euro Jigsaw Jam number 6 on the 2nd of June. All right. Well, thank you, Teresa. You can relax, and thanks for joining us tonight.
Okay. Thank you so much for organization.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Good. Okay, so here we have Maya, and she's done a different approach. She's actually doing the windows last. She's filling in the windows last. Here we have Taya, and Fenna is done. Fenna from Belgium, and Veronica. Okay, I found my time. I did this puzzle in 1 hour and 4 minutes and 29 seconds for an average speed puzzler. Okay. So it's 1 hour and 8 minutes now. Okay, so Taya is also has done most of the sides, and then leaving the windows to last. So we'll check in on some people we haven't seen in a while. There's Aina from Finland. No, that's her other account. So here's Aina from Finland, Amy from the UK, and Anka . Okay, SJ looks like she is nearing the finish. Last piece for SJ. Done. Okay, someone has asked to see Lynn. So here we have Lynn, Maria, and Sana. Looks like they're all working on the lower section. So Amelia, if you are there and if you have time, we can chat.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm live on both my own live stream and yours, so please tell me. This was terrible.
What did you not like about it?
So, well, the fact that I was slow, that usually makes me hate the puzzle quite fast. I'm just really disappointed because the last time the puzzle was like, I knew it wasn't my type of puzzle. So I was kind of like expecting to struggle with it, which I did. But with this one, this is exactly the puzzle that I speculated. I have a proof in the pudding because I filmed myself speculating earlier today. This is exactly the one I thought it would be. So I had a plan and everything. I was so happy. This is exactly my type of puzzle, you know, a lot of details. So I don't know what went wrong. I think the quality surprised me. I had in my mind an idea that Bluebird is quality that I like, but the pieces were kind of loose. A lot of false fits, which is problematic for me at this time of the day because there is not too much light in this house. So everything is a little bit blurry. You can see I also had glasses, so
yeah,
I didn't actually see that well.
There's a lot of shadow under your microwave there.
Yeah. So that kind of got me. And then I was surprised that the reference image of the puzzle is cut a little bit differently from one side, which is actually where I started from. So I got confused. straight from the beginning, which is usually not a good thing.
I did notice that too. I remember that the cut was like there was either a little bit more or a little bit less than what was in the picture.
Yes. Yes. So that was kind of like a bad start for me, which is sad because I really loved this puzzle and now I kind of hated it. For the reason that I have exact same time with these both puzzles. I also have this one here. So it's just confusing to me. Like, I know it's really hard to analyze and people analyze quite a lot, like wrong, whether the puzzle is easy or not. But yeah, this was a surprise for me.
But you did make a prediction. We did. Did you make your prediction public, or were you keeping that to yourself? Did you announce it in the end, or?
So I told you earlier. I filmed today the prediction of the puzzle brand and the name, and I gave it to myself. I did tell it in the very beginning of my own live stream. So I was so happy when I opened this. I will post the video on my Instagram stories because I said I filmed it earlier today. I'm showing there that the mystery puzzle is still unwrapped, and then I show from Google the image that I think it is, and it's exactly this one. So yeah, something went right today. Everything else went left.
But we're going to be seeing you in a few days.
Oh yes. I also have a prediction for that one.
So you've converted your husband to speed puzzling as well.
Yes, I'm gonna speed puzzle with Daniel. It was actually funny because we were filling the registration form that you sent, and there was a question that when did you start speed puzzling, and Daniel is like, I don't.
But I watched your video where he actually ended up competing in the Swedish competition, but I think he wasn't registered. I think he just went there to accompany you, and he just turned up that they needed an extra puzzler, and then he just joined in.
Yeah, he calls himself a fill-in puzzler for that exact reason that he wasn't registered. Do you want to comment because we're talking about you? Okay, I'm commenting on behalf of Daniel. I have a permission. So I think it was like the second day in Sweden, and Diana didn't have a pair, so I wasn't into that conversation. I just came back from a bathroom, and Daniel was like, "Oh, I'm actually competing apparently tomorrow." Okay, cool story. Yeah, that's the story.
So speed puzzling by being thrown in the deep end. So here's a puzzle, and go as fast as you can, and you've got cameras watching you, and he didn't have a chance to train or to prepare himself mentally for that.
Yes. So Daniel, did you enjoy it though? Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, Daniel is saying it was very nice.
Is he participating at the Worlds as well?
Daniel, are you gonna participate at the Worlds? He's laughing. He's asking if it's a real question. We'll see. I mean, he's definitely coming there with me as well. We're going probably to the Danish and the Norwegian championship. So he's gonna be the fill-in puzzler pair, maybe even to somebody, I don't know.
Well, we can say that if someone's missing a pair, they can speak to Daniel.
Yeah. Let me not translate that to him. Okay. He can't hear him because I have a headphone. So
all right.
No, but maybe he will. Who knows? Sometimes he gets excited, and we'll see on Sunday also what will happen.
We'll see on Sunday how he goes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for your comments, and sorry you didn't enjoy it, but you were right. You had a good prediction, and we'll see you in a few days.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
Bye. So we have had some more finishes. So after Fenner was Veronica, then SJ, Cornelia, Maya, Arcadius, Simona, Katja. So first was Simona Bentlage, then Katja, and then Simona Reicht, Linda. And comment from Veronica, Daniel is such a nice person. He only participated so that Diana could. Yeah, so at the Swedish nationals, someone, I guess somebody's partner was sick, or couldn't turn up for some reason, and then Amelia's husband Daniel jumped in and became a peer. So that was a nice side story to the Swedish nationals. So we are at 1 hour and 18 minutes. Okay, so somebody wrote in the comments, so Sunny said that she's also working on a Bluebird puzzle at the moment. So it's a 1,000 pieces Bluebird puzzle, and it's so hard because the background is black and there are some false fits. And Maria is done. On the screen we have Uta, Alexandra and Lena. So if you are watching and you would also like to participate, we have 2 dates in June that are still available. We have, let me just double check the dates. So Thursday 13th of June at 7 p.m. That's solo. So they're all solo events. And then we squeeze this number 8 in, which is actually next week, Thursday the 2nd of May at 7 p.m. But we'll probably close that tomorrow, just to make sure. I mean, I think when I checked last, there was earlier today there was only 7 spaces left. So if you do want to participate, then you would need to latest order today and make sure you pay straight away, so that that we could send it tomorrow, not that it's waiting for a bank transfer. And then we have number 9, which is Sunday the 23rd of June at 10 a.m. So that one will actually be with daylight, and that is a solo. And if you would like to participate in, to watch the pairs event, that is this Sunday at 10 a.m. That's Euro Jigsaw Jam number 3. So somebody also agrees that standing tables, so actually a few people agree that standing tables are the best. So in the position like that Amelia was in, so which is also my favorite height. Okay, it looks like Ina is close. And here we have Ina, Amy, and Yuka. So in case you're wondering, are there prizes for this? Yes, there are. So the first prize is a €50 gift voucher for our online shop, which can be used to buy some puzzles of your choice, or more mystery puzzles for future competitions. So first place is €50, second place is 40, and third place is €30. So if you have any other questions, you can write them in the chat as well, and I'm happy to answer them. Kiara, are you there? Do you have time?
I'm here, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I just need to put you onto the screen. Okay. So this time, so close.
Well, I didn't think I was going to do better than this. So I'm happy with my result.
Yeah. How did you like this puzzle?
I really liked it. It's a really nice image. It's not the easiest because yes, like Teresa said, it's very busy. There's a lot of, same colors going on around the puzzle. So not the easiest to sort, but it was really fun. I really liked it.
So you don't like busy images so much?
I think I'm slightly better with bigger sections because it's easier to sort. But I do like the busy images too. Yeah.
So what kind of puzzles do you like to do when you get to choose?
When I get to choose, well, actually, when I get to choose, I mostly do like giant puzzles. So,
Okay, so can you give us some examples?
yeah, like I've been doing lately. I've been trying to do a 9,000 every year. I really like that. Bigger than that, I cannot fit. So like that's the maximum size that I can fit in here. But like before discovering about speed puzzling, I was mostly buying 2,000 or higher count puzzles. Like 500 is something that I would have never bought if it wasn't for speed puzzling. 1,000 is already there on the borderline, like a little bit too small. It's usually not worth it. But things change.
So did you say 9,000?
Yes.
Okay, and where do you place that? Is your table big enough, or do you work on the floor, or do you work in sections? How do you go about completing a 9,000 piece puzzle?
Mostly on the floor. So I have some plastic boards now that fit inside the couch. So that's the storage place because I have 2 cats, so I cannot leave it outside. Plus, well, you need to walk on the floor. So it's kind of in sections, but on the board. So I put it together when I'm working on it, and I re-separate it on the boards and like stack them up. That's the setup. And like the last one that I did, the astrology one, I did parts of it. I did do it on the table in sections. When I was at the end and everything was just sky, all black, and I was just, looking for the pieces, it was easier to just do it on the table. Mm-hmm. But yeah, mostly floor.
Yeah, I did see Karen's video about the astrology puzzle, and I was shocked by the amount of black on that puzzle, and I was not envious at all to be doing that puzzle. So how do you manage so much black sky?
There is a lot. Like that part wasn't the most fun. So I did like all of the stars before, the constellations that I still had some lines. And then I just looked at the image a lot to figure out where all of the tiny star dots were. And then it was just, sorting by shape and like very slowly looking at the light shades of black and blue. And for that, it actually having it in sections helped because the cat is the same like 4 times. And so having like the different sections like separated, I could actually check, is this, slightly more blue, like goes in this section, that section, or section 3. So it was slow going, but it's doable. But yeah, if like it's the only 9,000 that you decide to do, you probably can pick one that is more fun.
Yeah, I've seen there's also like Disney puzzles with 9,000 pieces. So I think
that
for me personally, I would go for one like that, and maybe later a almost all black puzzle. But you took on a big challenge for that, but you completed it.
Oh, yeah, I did. There's quite a bit of background also in the Disney puzzle. There's a lot of that blue teal background too, but it's much lighter. So not as sad as like just having black pieces for the last few hours.
And how is it for like someone who's never done a big puzzle like that before? Do you just get one box with 9,000 pieces in a bag, or do you get sections? Are they pre-bagged with a poster for that section, or how does you go about that?
So this is the Ravensburger. I've only done Ravensburger ones, and they come with a big poster. Like the poster is folded in 4, so it's, I don't know, like bigger than 4 times these puzzles that we are currently doing for sure. And it comes in 2 bags. So there is a right side and a left side. I have the first one that I did years ago, I did it in 2 separate parts. But then now I usually mix them up. But like that's me. Not everyone has to do it. So it's like 4,500 pieces, I guess.
Okay, so there's still a lot of sorting you have to do before you even begin building.
Yes, I have timed myself, and I think it was more than 3 hours of sorting. So yeah, and it's still, not the more fine-grained sorting. It's mostly like, just colors, and then it's like I will sort again when I actually get to that section. But it's worth it. Then you have 100 hours of giant puzzles, and that's totally worth it for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you done big ones?
No, not yet. My biggest puzzle was 1,500, and I hated it.
Okay.
It was 1,000 pieces of Barcelona city, but that was fine. That went really fast. But it was 500 pieces of sky with a really bad cut and so many false fits, and there were 4 missing pieces. It was a second-hand puzzle, and I hated the sky. But if I do a 2,000 piece puzzle, I'll definitely pick one with more color variation. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much, Chiara, and well done on your 4th placing.
Thank you. Thank you again for organizing.
You're welcome. So we've had more finishes. So the time now is 1:30, 1 hour and 30 minutes just passed, and Anna has just finished from Vienna Puzzling Club. Yay! Okay, let's just check in who is still working away. It looks like Taya is close. Sorry, I'll come back in a moment. So we did have some finishes. Where are we? I think the last one was gotcha, Simona, Linda, so Maria. Simone asks how many spaces are there for each competition. It depends on the number of puzzles, so usually between 40 and 50. For the pairs, less. Lynn is done. Ines, Aina, Lisbeth, Lena, Yuka, Sana, Anna, Anka, and Katrin. So everyone up to Anka made it within 90 minutes. Okay, so okay, and someone has asked to see Vera. Yes, we haven't seen her in a while. So those people at home on following on YouTube, have you done a large piece puzzle? Have you done anything over 3,000 pieces? And how was it? Did it come in multiple bags? How long did it take you? And would you do it again? Okay, and Taya is done. Congratulations. So Amy has got about 25 pieces left. Barrett has got about 40. So we have Amy, Barrett, and Alexandra on the screen. So Rika says that I'm like Kiara. I used to think that anything under 2,000 pieces was way too small. Well, if you're a speed puzzler, yeah, I mean, I have to say, when I started speed puzzling, I had one 500-piece puzzle in my collection. And so the same night that I watched Karen's video about the World Championships, I was so inspired and so excited. I went onto the Ravensburger website and ordered 4 500-piece puzzles because I only had one 500, but not from Ravensburger. So Roy is doing the Disney Orchestra, 12,300 pieces. And Diana has done the 13,200 Band and Thunder with just horses and grass and grey mountains, never again. Basically my pain point, flowers and fur and colours. And dark colours, flowers and fur and dark colours, but 13,000 pieces. So that is quite a challenge indeed. Alright, so we just saw the finish of Alexandra. And Amy is near. Let's see who else is coming to a close. We are at 1 hour and 34 minutes. So Anna from Vienna, are you there?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
So I've taken part in your competition and now you get to take part in mine.
Yeah.
Well,
That was really nice.
I hope you organize more competitions because I can't participate in these ones. So if anybody else, so right now I can participate in yours and the ones from the French Les Puzzles des Blitz.
Yeah. We will organize some new ones. It's Lena who's also joining right now, and I who are mostly organizing these, and we will do some other ones. I was just in the process of moving, so I didn't have the time to organize it because, as you know, it's a lot of it's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of questions to answer, a lot of there's always more that comes with it than you think. And we have some really nice ideas for some next competitions. Some a little bit more out of the box ideas that we have. So it's coming up. The Vienna Puzzle Club is doing its thing.
So how many people have participated in the Garden Visitors Challenge for April?
Elena, that one you know.
Actually, I don't know the exact number, but I think we're about 15 or something. But I think it's the last week, so a lot of times are going to come through in the last few days.
Yeah, and this challenge was a bit different. You were allowed to do it more than one time.
Yeah, but you can do it as often as you want, but you can only send in one time. The time you're most comfortable with sharing.
Well, I actually only had time to do it once, so I just gave my first time. Then I did think later, or actually I could have, maybe if I had done it 2 more times, I would have got a better result. But actually I don't have time because I have so many puzzles that I'm testing to be future mystery puzzles, and those are things I'm not taking pictures of, but like I have a stack that I'm like, my to-do pile is so high, so I was literally like, okay, I'm going to do Garden Visitors, one take, and I was happy with that. It's a really beautiful puzzle, really nice, like muted colors, very soft shapes, watercolors. Yeah, so there is. So if you own Garden Visitors, or you have, or you can get yourself a copy in the next 6 days, you could still participate. Check out the Vienna Jigsaw Puzzle Club on Instagram, and there you can see the challenge and who else is participating. And do you think there will be another challenge for May, or is that is the next challenge a bit further away, or the next competition?
Probably. We'll see. Maybe more at the end of May, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there is something in planning, so Anna is planning. And
Yeah.
it just takes a little bit of time, but there's going to happen some things.
Yeah, and so you are quite lucky there in Vienna. You have a good group there. Do you also have the chance to do pairs trainings together? Or team trainings?
Yeah, not as much as we would have liked to. Stefan and I are actually competing on Sunday, so I'm hoping that Stefan is going to be as fast as today, because Stefan, are you feeling ready for Sunday?
I'm very confident. Yeah, we will be great.
That's perfect, because I'm not, but I will have fun with Stefan, so it's going to be a nice Sunday puzzling evening with you.
It's morning. Sunday morning.
Morning, of course. I'm sorry.
Oh yes.
Good to know.
Something I do want to say about Sunday, it is important to have good lighting. So I did choose this puzzle to be, Barrett's done, congratulations. I did choose this puzzle specifically for daylight. I did the puzzle myself at night, and it's easier in the daylight. So the things to take into consideration are where you are sitting, obviously, like not that you have like shadow for like half of it, and then like suddenly like you have glare coming in from a window, and also communication. Who does what sections do you work on? Do you sit opposite each other? Do you sit next to each other? It is a portrait mode picture, so you can consider that when you are setting up your spacing. So it probably makes more sense to sit opposite each other, or like in a corner. It's gonna be fun. All right.
Thanks for Michelle. How are you choosing the puzzles? Do you text the puzzle brands? Do you just order a lot of them and test a lot of them? What is your mode? How are you doing?
So I bought a lot of different brands to start with. So basically in February and March, I had 22 different brands of puzzles. And basically the ones that stood out to me that I liked, first of all, the brands that I liked, I then contacted the companies and then narrowed it down to which picture that I liked, which specific puzzle. And then it's a process. It's also learning, because we usually sell other products, so we're not familiar with how the puzzle companies work. And the smaller companies, like the independent brands, they will send like really quickly, like in 2 or 3 days, like the puzzles are already, like huge boxes are already at our door. And some other companies take longer. Some take 3 to 5 weeks to send their puzzles. So that's why it was also a bit tricky to figure out, like with the schedule, how long we have to wait for and how long we can plan in advance. But it's been fun, and I've got to know many brands, and there will be many more different brands coming up. All right, well, thanks Lena and Anna, and
thank you, and thank you for organizing.
You're welcome.
It was a blast.
And Lena, we see you on Sunday, and
yes.
And Anna, are we seeing you again?
Not in the next ones, but future ones.
Okay, great. Then let's see. Right, so Adriana is nearing her finish. So it looks like Simona is also participating in the Garden Visitors Challenge, but she's going to do it a few more times before she gives in her final entry. And Berit completed hers, and we have Adriana now. Let's check in on Danuta. and Jessie. So time is 1 hour and 43 minutes. So we have, so just over 16 minutes left to complete within the 2 hour limit. So we have some comments from YouTube. Ida bought a 5,000 piece puzzle from a thrift store with different pictures from New York. She didn't have to do it in one section and it was missing in one piece. And okay, Veronica has the Kodak 51,300 piece puzzle. But that came in multiple bags. The biggest one that she's done in one bag was the 5,000 piece Colors by Playgroup. Cornelia Spreitzer, so she was actually here in our competition. Now she's over on YouTube. She did the 18,000 piece puzzle with her friends, Ravensburger, with Colin Thompson's image. But lately she's just been doing 5,000 pieces. And Veronica has also done garden visitors at least 5 times this week. So I think Anna and Lena, you're going to get some times from Veronica and from Simona. And Yuli Patchouli has an unfinished 18,000 piece puzzle. 18,000 piece puzzle, which is unfinished, but it's been in her living room for over a year. So now it's, now it's a permanent part of the furnishings. Okay, and Adriana is nearing the end. Danuta, Jessie, okay, 15 minutes out. So yeah, Danuta and Jessie and Adriana are definitely going to finish. So keep going, Jessie. And well done, Adriana. So is there anyone else who has unfinished? Let's see, Elizabeth is on her way as well. Okay, Elizabeth is filling in the gaps. Yeah, maybe about 30 pieces left, filling in the gaps around the flowers. And we have Susanna also filling in the gaps around the flowers. So everyone so far has a very good chance to complete. Now, is there anyone that I have missed? So I think everybody else has. Okay, right now the other images are not showing up. I guess that means people have turned off their cameras for now. Okay, so it's down to Danuta, Jessie, Elizabeth, and Susanna. And Catherine Beck is also going to be sending in her time for garden visitors with her new personal best time. And someone's showing support for Jessie. So wow, we have some really big puzzlers here. I mean, in terms of big aspirations. So in terms of big puzzles, I have an idea, and I'm just researching it at the moment. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I'm thinking of doing a community event with a large puzzle. So I got the idea from a furniture store in Germany that hosted a community puzzling event. They had the 40,000 piece puzzle from Disney, and they hosted it over a weekend. I'm not sure if it was a whole weekend or if it was just one day. They had so the 40,000 Disney piece puzzle is broken down into 10 puzzles, each of 4,000 pieces, and then everybody could just come. I mean, I think they had a schedule, so you had to kind of book yourself in for like a shift and to work on the puzzle. And I thought that was a really great idea, but then so many people, so over 100 people could have participate in working a couple of hours on a giant puzzle. Unfortunately, they did not finish. None of the 10 puzzles of 4,000 pieces were finished. So I think it was just a bit too ambitious, considering most people are casual puzzlers. I know at the USA Nationals they did complete the 51,000 Kodak piece puzzle, but there you had like 3 days of puzzling. I think most people were staying at the hotel and spending a lot of spare time there, and of course they were speed puzzlers as well. So very dedicated puzzlers. So I'm thinking of like a smaller puzzle, maybe like a 9,000 or a 12,000 or 18,000 piece puzzle, and hosting that everyone can come along and piece for an hour or two. And then when it's finished, we would put it back in its box but sort it, and then it would become a traveling puzzle. So then you could say, oh, I want to host this in Frankfurt, or I want to host this in wherever, Vienna, and then we can send the package off to you, and you can host the same event. And then these giant puzzles can be done by multiple people, and hundreds of people can have the chance to say, hey, I did a puzzle, because I'm personally not going to do a 13,000 piece puzzle by myself. So let me know if you think that's a good idea, if you would like to participate in a big count puzzle. So let's just check in. So Elizabeth and Danuta and Jessie. Oh, Jessie is very close. All right, ladies, we have 10 minutes left. And Elizabeth is also just like 15 pieces away. And here's Susanna. Okay, so Lynn from Norway said she would come to Germany to help with the 40,000 piece puzzle. And Kiara says, yep, yes, please do that. And Vesna thinks it sounds amazing. So Catherine from Luxembourg says that they did that once, where they had a 40,000 piece puzzle over a weekend, and that was completed. But it was separated into really small bags of 100 pieces per bag. So that means that it had been previously done, and then they had probably a large group of volunteers who afterwards took it apart into tiny sections of 100 pieces. Wow. So if you have 40,000 pieces, does that mean you have like 400 bags of 100 pieces? So somebody went to a lot of work to sort that, and then to make it easily doable for others. And Jessie has completed. Congratulations. And Elizabeth is done. So Susanna and Danuta, you're so close. We have 8 minutes. And Veronica says that she would come from Norway to join in a 40,000 piece puzzle. Or after we've finished here in Germany, we can also send it off to Norway. So what we would need is people in different locations who would organize in advance a location, so a hall with good tables, and basically do the marketing for it, to announce it in their different communities that this event is happening, and then to get as many people to register as possible, and then to somehow think how to organize it that everybody gets a good amount of time, like 1 hour minimum, maybe 2 hours at a go. But what I imagine for the really big puzzles, you would have a lot of sorting at the beginning. I think it wouldn't be so fun to be like the first people there. You might just do like 2 hours of sorting and not actually get to connect two pieces together. But yes, you're very welcome, Veronica, to join us in Germany, of course. And Lynn says that she's actually been thinking about doing something like that herself. Well, maybe we can do that. Maybe Lynn can organize that. But yes, Veronica is planning to do lots of puzzle-related traveling anyway, so I could do a little. Yeah, so if I did do it, it would be here in Trier. Trier is a city in Germany on the border of Luxembourg. So if you look at a European map and you find Luxembourg, the little nation of Luxembourg, we're basically just on the other side. And Danuta is done. Yay! Okay, 6 minutes. Susanna, we're all rooting for you. Go, Susanna. So Veronica, you have to tell us, did you complete the Kodak 51,300 piece puzzle, or is it just in your collection? Or do you have a plan to start on it? How do you plan to approach that big puzzle?
Well, I have done 4 of them, I think. So it's a work in progress, but it's usually ways between each part because I never have time for it. But yeah, so my plan is to just do all of the 27 puzzles individually and then divide them into pieces and stack them in a box until I have finished everything. The hard part will be finding somewhere large enough to actually put the whole thing together. Like if we removed all the furniture in our living room, I think I would have like 10 centimeters to spare. So I could just throw away the couch and have it on the floor, but
who needs a couch anyway?
Yeah.
So, and do you have anybody help you with that? Or is it just something you do by yourself?
For now, it's just been myself doing it. Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to having someone help me, but yeah, usually I puzzle alone anyway. Like I don't really have many friends around here that do a lot of puzzling. So it's usually just me. That way, like I know where everything is, so I got more control over where all the pieces are. So,
so and how far are you along with that Kodak puzzle?
I've got 4 out of 27, if I remember correctly.
And how many pieces are in each image?
Like 1900, so it's not that hard. Each have taken me like 10, 12 hours, maybe, I think.
Okay.
Mm.
And just describe that puzzle for us. So it's not there's no Disney characters on there.
No, it's like 27 wonders of the world. So it's like just different, nice, beautiful locations. And I'm starting with the places that I've been to. So I've done the London one, New York, Venice, I think, and Copenhagen. Yeah. So I think I have like 10 of them that I have been to, and then I'll just have to travel to the rest of them before I get to it.
That can be your bucket list as you go to a place. You can tick it off. Yeah.
But it's really nice. Like the colors are really saturated, and it's really beautiful. And it's not like too much scenery where it's just like really hard. I feel like the photos they chose were pretty good for a puzzle, so it's really fun.
And which brand is it?
Kodak.
So do they have their own range of puzzles, or is that just a rebranded puzzle?
No, they do have a lot of puzzles actually, but I don't think they sell them a lot of places, or at least not here. Like I had to get it shipped from the States, but they have like really beautiful saturated images. So yeah, it's really nice.
Okay, I'll just give Susanna an update. So we're at 1 hour and 58 minutes. So you have 2 minutes left. So yeah, you're almost there. All right, and Veronica, you said the biggest you've done in one bag is 5,000 by playgroup. So what was that image?
That was just the color spectrum. So it was just a huge gradient.
Okay. And
I don't remember how long it took me, but like 22 hours maybe, something like that. I still haven't posted the full time lapse, but I did film the whole thing, so I've just never got around to actually posting it. But it is such a beautiful and photographic puzzle.
Oh, that sounds really good. Well, if we do a big puzzle, then I'd like to have you there. You're very experienced. You can give us some tips and help us out. All right. Well, thanks, Veronica, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
So we have just over 30 seconds left. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. All right. Well done, Susanna. So close. So last time, yeah. Exactly. So any pieces that are not connected of 3 or more, you can just put into groups of 10 and then write in the chat how many are left. $29. All right, thank you. Excellent. So thank you everyone for joining us, whether you were participating or watching along with us. We really appreciate it. We hope you had a good time and that you enjoyed the puzzle. And we will bring this meeting to a close. So
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. So I'm going to first turn off YouTube, I think.